My favorite place, GameStop. Please note the sarcasm. So, a few years ago, I want to say it was back in 2014, so 3 years ago now, GameStop closed for Thanksgiving Day. Like, completely. And everyone pretty much, whether or not you were a customer or you worked there, like, I don't think anyone threw a fit. It was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe can't buy video games on Thanksgiving Day from GameStop. No one threw a fit like that. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So here's what they told them in 2014. This is what GameStop said. At GameStop, we often use the phrase protect the family in reference to our business. A large part of what that means to us is not open any of our GameStop, Simply Mac, Spring Mobile, or Cricket Wireless US locations on Thanksgiving Day out of respect for our store associates and their families and friends. We believe it's the right decision not only for our employees but also for our customers. Enjoy this time with your loved ones, and we'll see you on Black Friday. And they continued that through 2015, 2016. And apparently now this is due to GameStop having a not so good year when it comes to sales. Has decided to reverse that. And they are going to be open for a limited amount of time on Thanksgiving. So I guarantee you that's not going to be like during the evening hours that they're closed. Guarantee it. So yeah, something I want to go through their official response. To better serve our guests with their evolving holiday shopping needs, this year GameStop will open its stores for a shortened limited time on Thanksgiving Day. Many of our store associates and guests have asked for this. We have heard their requests and are making an adjustment to our previous position on this topic. I don't believe that for a microsecond.
Maybe customers, if you're an employee and you get a day off, every day off is Christmas. That's like the greatest day. My entire week now is just looking forward to Sunday, just because I don't have to work on Sundays, which is amazing. Also church. But and then occasionally, if I don't ask for it off, the way we do days off is it's on a rotation unless you ask off. And seeing as how I'm like the bottom grunt of the whole store,
you don't really.
I have the
least amount of say.
A month.
I
wait 4 weeks and then I get a Saturday off, and then I go because I'm the only person who isn't his son's,
right?
Who is an employee and doesn't know how to work on cars. So you can have more people out there if there's someone always in the front. I'm that someone, and on Saturdays I'm always in the front, which kind of stinks. But it makes my weekends, or it makes the days that I have off so much better. And I doubt someone's working at GameStop. They're just like, you know what, I
really want. What's really missing from my life right now?
I really want to deal with parents who really want to buy games or consoles for their kids, who they don't know what they want, but they know that their kids will get really angry at them if they get the wrong thing.
No. How about this? How about, and my, the person I know who is a store manager, I love and I hate this story because people don't believe that this happens probably, but this does happen. When someone comes in with their 9-year-old and their 9-year-old wants to get Grand Theft Auto 5. And as a responsible employee, he lets them know, you do realize that this game is rated 17 and up. It has gun violence in it. It has nudity in it. It has sexual acts in it. It's basically the raunchiest game you can get without it being rated adults only. And the parents get mad at him for telling them this, because it's like, well, now I'm supposed to weigh whether or not this is going to be a good game for my kid. It's like, and you're mad at that? And you know what happens? They buy it anyway.
Of course they do.
It's like it's almost like they respond with saying the equivalent of, why did you tell me that? I wish you hadn't told me that. Or people wanting to get like Mario on Xbox. Like, no, that's not how this works.
I'd do it. If I was a manager, an employee, and I just had it to like hear, and someone came in and asked me that, I would take like any new Mario game, take it out of the case, put it in an Xbox One case, and be like, here you go, $59.99, please. Just watch him go and just like, I don't care. I don't care what this will do to my job. Wow. I just want to. Just knowing that person's gonna walk out of here, go home, and give that to a child,
and then there
fills me with joy.
But you know they're gonna either call or bring it back and like put it down the counter. Like, it doesn't work. Why doesn't this work? He sold me a defective unit. Blah blah blah.
And I will take the heat for that tiny moment of joy.
So, yeah, I understand. Like, GameStop has lasted beyond my expectations. I thought they would have gone under by now, especially with Amazon. Amazon is underselling games like crazy, and the only thing I think Amazon lacks is sometimes they don't quite send you the game on the day that it's supposed to come out, but another story for another day. What GameStop will do, though, I mean, they're technology is moving along, and the landscape of the business is changing, and the whole used game thing, it's not really going to be a thing that you can support a major chain with. I do think, you get a what will happen is GameStop will probably go under at some point in time, or just become an online retailer, and then you're going to see a bunch of mom and pop stores pop up, because at that point GameStop's not there to like squash them. So and I think that'll be nice when that happens. I really think that, because then they will, sell you games that are more than just the last generation old. They'll sell you whatever they can. And I understand that they've had a bad year, but do they honestly think that their sales will increase that much by being open on Thanksgiving? I know that there are some crazy people out there that like actually do start shopping on Thanksgiving, and like, if I were a business owner, I say this, I would hope that I would be this way, but I would purposefully close my business. I don't want to do business with you if you think that this is what this day is for. You don't think it's for, appreciating your family, and no, you just want to go. Like, it drives me crazy. I think I only went out. Last time I've been Black Friday shopping has been years, and it's not worth it.
I don't leave my house on Friday.
I do Cyber Monday and Cyber the next week, because there's all these like deals the following week.
Unless I have to leave the house, I just don't. Oh, crap. I'm probably gonna have to work on. Forgot I'm an adult and I have an adult job.
At least you're not retail.
That's true. But do you know how terrible traffic is gonna be?
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible. Black Friday is literally the worst thing ever. And I feel so bad for anyone who's in high school or on a register that day.
Yeah.
Hates their life.
Or Walmart. Walmart literally becomes a zoo. Like, people get hurt at Walmart on Black Friday. Just to save like 20% on something. It's like there's other ways of saving money on presents for people. Like, you just have to know and stop like just doing what everyone else does. But GameStop, honestly, like, don't give us a, you know what? I'd have less of a problem if they would just be honest. But they won't.
No.
They won't say, hey, our sales have been down this year. To be frank, it's been a sucky year for us. So what we're going to do, we hate to do it, but we're going to have to revoke Thanksgiving because we have to protect, everyone's job, that sort of thing. You can spin it that way and have it at least be partially true. Instead of, oh, we've talked to our store associates. No, the decision came from down on high. Okay? Like, no one believes for a second that any employee asked for this. Or, there might be like the odd employee that's just like, I don't have any family, I don't like being alone for the holidays. I wouldn't mind working. But I don't think that they would want that for the other people that they work with. Unless they just hate everyone, in which case,
I was gonna say, there's some cynical people out there.
True. But yeah, GameStop, and the thing is like, if you keep this up, like, you're gonna make you're gonna make your employees not be happy, and if your employees aren't happy, your customer service will suffer. If that suffers, you'll do fewer and fewer sales. It's that simple. So what you're doing is you're actually just aggravating the problem even more.
But hey, maybe enough people will quit, and then I can finally work at GameStop.
It's not worth it, I know.
But I don't. I've heard some pretty bad that, like, Wyatt's brother, he used to work for GameStop. And I heard like the only way you can get into GameStop is like you have to know someone who works there because they get so many people asking. So it's like, no, you just have to have a connection. But also, I don't like people, and I can barely handle the people at the job I'm at now.
Yeah.
Only because they're old, and my boss is really, really nice.
I'll tell you what. If I could work at GameStop, get paid what I make now, they couldn't afford me, and just spend my whole day cataloging and organizing games, I would do that the rest of my life. I love organizing stuff, especially if it's video games.
If I could talk to people who knew what they wanted and knew what they were talking about, I'd do it.
Yeah.
But because I know that there are people who are like, look, my kid won't shut up. Just give me the whatever, the Nintendo. Just
what are they talking about? It's got Yoshi in it, Kirby, Princess Peach. I don't even know what this thing is. Can you just
when your child knows more and they're like 7, and that's who I have to talk to about making a sale.
Yeah.
Thinking about that makes it not worth it.
Just that Grand Theft Auto thing really bothers me.